right? You can't worry. You
Yeah,
can't.
well, you can
When they're
say that's
beyond your
easy to
control.
say, and a lot of things I don't worry about that are beyond my control, but some things are a little bit in between. Those are the ones that get you.
Maybe it is jeopardy. Have you thought about that?
No.
No.
Knowledge, learning only makes my stress become lower.
Well, maybe you should. Okay.
Learn something else.
Completely something different. Maybe go back to playing the piano or the clarinet. Half an hour or a day at least, and then an hour.
That's not a bad idea. It's not
I mean,
a
you
bad
have
idea,
to.
but I can't afford a piano and I don't have room for it.
Yes, in St. Vincent's in Houston, they put a piano. It was really pretty. It was really upright. All the keys. The only thing that we had letters written on the keys. It was only $75.
A piano?
A piano.
For 70.
And they brought it in.
And it was in
And
tune?
a couple, I don't know, it seems like it was. But every time you move a piano, you have to tune it. I guess the movement of it messes it up. But they were bringing the piano in for display. And here walks this couple, and the first thing that the young couple, sees was the piano. And he immediately goes to it and starts playing it. We were in line, that's why, to buy our stuff. And
Really well, though. I mean,
yeah, he could play.
And this was somebody you know?
No, I ever seen
just
the
walked.
dude in,
He
we're
just
in
went
Houston.
In Houston, St. Vincent's de
like
St.
a
Paul.
thrift collectibles store.
And he buys the piano right away. As soon as, he was the first one to see it.
Moving it now is another matter.
Yeah, moving it is a completely different.
That reminds me of two episodes in my life that were similar to that. One was in Cambridge when I was driving a cab there. Did you ever remember that, I think it was Joe's Pizza on the corner of one of those little side streets in Mass Ave?
Yeah.
Joe's Pizza, that's the one we used to.
Yeah.
Remember the guy with the wig at night? A really strange guy? This was actually probably in our freshman year, because I don't think he was there after that.
No, well, is that...
Because I went there in my senior year,
Yeah, that's where we used to stop.
On the way to Concord,
Afterward.
Yeah, after work.
After work.
I forget the name of those little side streets. Damn. But it was like the second street over from Harvard Square. Maybe the third. Anyways, on that corner on this side, okay, that's northbound, so it was on this side over here. And on the way from Adam's house. Adams and Quincy, I think, that street. Well, anyway, this guy really flipped out, apparently, because this was 5 years after we were freshmen, maybe 6 years after we were freshmen. Some antiques, collectible store, recycle, whatever store. Cambridge Avenue, was it, I think? One that went straight across from Inman Square to Kendall Square, or that area. Anyway, it was like in midday, and I don't know what I was doing, just browsing around. But here he just comes in and plops down at the piano, and just starts singing this brilliant, wonderful opera. Playing the piano, and he did this for like 5-10 minutes, or I was flabbergasted. And I asked the owner of the store, I asked him, does he do this often? And the guy said, yeah, he comes in every day.
That's where he goes.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
He's a real weirdo. He just flops down and plays.
But he obviously,
to practice, to play.
But it was clearly an example of somebody like myself. Could have been a great success with something else, but something else.
Piano player.
Yeah, he was
Spud
obviously
man, piano player.
if he was just flipped out, so he wasn't star material. But otherwise, he could have been a star at that. I mean, is that level? The other thing that reminds me is I was at Continental Club about 20 years ago. That's on South Congress in the artsy-fartsy area of town. And about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all of a sudden here's this guy that sits down, plops down the piano again, starts playing these blues. And it was fantastic stuff. I mean, it was just, I was just sitting there with my, mouth agape and speechless.
It was an overwhelming moment.
Yeah, it was.
Richard was overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed, and this lasted at least 15 minutes.
You were overwhelmed for 15 minutes.
Yeah. And I asked the people that were bartending there, who was that? And it was the Grey Ghost. They call it. He went by the name of the Grey Ghost.
The Grey Ghost.
And it turned out, I heard it listening to KUT. They did a little bio synopsis of him. And his real name was Roosevelt Williams, I think. I could be wrong about that, but it was Roosevelt something. And he had actually written a song in World War II about, it was popular at the time. It was in the 40s, 42, about beating Hitler,
Pass me,
All right.
pass me the garlic over there. I need to cook.